Hello, this is Linda Vettrus Nichols, and I have with me the most amazing guy, Daniel Adams. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that amazing title. Super stoked to be with you today, Linda.
Well, you are the creator of your present. This is your POV, right?
It is. Warning to everyone out there, we may create some extra words today that haven't existed before. So get ready to enjoy those.
All right. I love it. Strengthen your family, awaken your creativity. That is so cool. I love what you're standing for. Tell us a little bit about your story of transformation and how you kind of got to working with families and being so focused on creativity.
My whole life, I have spent wanting to be right
Mm,
and wanting to have someone tell me what to do, whether that's God, whether that's my wife, whether that's my mother, whether that's a coach. I've been looking outside of myself for knowledge, and I've been looking outside of myself for permission to succeed. I've been looking outside of myself for the perfect job, for the perfect opportunity, for the perfect story.
mm,
And the farther I've gone and smashed my head against walls and broken myself against universal law, I realize that I really do create my own reality.
nice.
Like I get to source all the answers from in here
Hmm.
and also draw on the genius of people around me.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest places to do that is family. I
Hmm.
believe that family is the fundamental unit of society. I believe that family is the fundamental unit of the cosmos. That of all the ways we could be organized, there are these forces like driving us to create families, for man and woman to come together to create offspring and to hold that in a family context.
Yeah, I love it. And family is such a great mirror for us too, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, like the single most great awakening, right? Either comes from being married and staying married and having children and being engaged with them. Like
Yeah.
I can't think of any two more like consistently awakening, refining, fulfilling, maddening. Like the whole gamut of human experience comes in having a family and strengthening it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to know where your emotions are, hang out with horses. If you want to know what what message you're giving out, just watch your kid because, reflect it right back at you.
That's been my experience for sure.
Yeah, I love it. So now your background is super interesting as far as your training. You started out as a music therapist. What led you into music therapy?
So I was a percussion major and I love music. I always use music to regulate myself. I use music to connect with other people. Um, and I was on stage with the Wind Symphony, and I had
Wow.
this like existential experience. I was holding a triangle and waiting like 47 measures to play my ding, and it just hit me like, why am I here? Like the lights were bright, I couldn't see any other human beings. I was just standing there and just started thinking like, no, really, why am I here? Like, what is this music doing for somebody else? And is this really what I want to do? And I was like, well, no, I think there's more to it. And so I started searching, how can I blend psychology and music? And so I found the music therapy path and went through school, went through a big long internship in hospice out in New York, and took the credentialing exam to be a music therapist. And completed that training and learned so much about myself, about sound waves, about how to interact with others. It scared me to death. I picked drums so I'd never have to sing. Ironic that like every day I sing in front of a bunch of people and help them connect with their own voice.
Yeah, right. Well, for me, I'm a dancer, so like, get me up in front of somebody dancing, no problem. Have me sing, slight problem. and then have me speak. Oh, I just did my first Picha Kucha 2020, and it was like my hands were shaking, but I made it through. And when I got done, I was like, oh, I want to do that again. Which, if you don't know about Picha Kucha, it's very cool. It started in Japan. It means like community talks. You get the community together, and everybody just shares kind of from that deep place of what they've discovered or what they believe. It's very cool. They're fun.
That's beautiful.
6 minutes, 20 slides, 20 seconds. That's what it is. Picha Kucha 2020. And it's like pichakucha2020.org is the international site. And after you do your talk in your city, it gets put up on the international site. So it's a great exposure, too.
Yeah, what a great experience.
It was very cool. All right, so back to you. And then you got a little like, ew, right? This isn't the boundaries that I really want to work from. There's like so much more I can do for somebody. Or like, what was the thinking that led you into some of the other training, the more alternative training
Right.
that you had?
So like in the music therapy world, there kept being these fundamental truths that kept hitting me over and over again. When music therapists work with folks with schizophrenia, it's super effective because the music pulls them into the present moment, and they're no longer hallucinating because they're like making music, and it pulls them to be very present.
Mm-hmm.
There are just these little like truth bombs all the way through all of the principles being taught. And at the same time, like I felt kind of stifled and a little bit stuffy by all the clinicalness and the red tape and the contracts and the therapist client relationship, whatever, and never share your own story, and always be a robot. And
yep.
Well, how does that make you feel? Like that wasn't working for me. And I kept noticing like there's so many cultures that have these rich music traditions, dance traditions, textiles, food. Like, I want to learn all of that and notice how different families interact together and notice why different cultures are making music.
Right.
I mean, the idea that certain Native American tribes, when they drum, are like calling in the ancestors to glean wisdom. It's like, whoa, what?
What's that?
That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
And so I went and pursued a music medicine facilitation certificate through UCLA Arts and Healing. That was an incredible experience to learn about how rhythm feeds the body,
Mm-hmm.
how melody feeds the heart, how silence feeds the mind, how the space in between the notes feeds the mind, and how harmony feeds the soul. And inside of each unique individual is where that dance comes together.
Mm-hmm.
And where, and it's not diagnosable isn't the right word, but it's like depending on what an individual needs, or what I even need, let's go with that. Depending on what I need, I can pull from, well, am I needing some silence? Am I needing some melody right now? Am I needing heavier on the harmony right now? And it's this beautiful framework. I'm grateful to Christine Stevens for that framework. And it's been so powerful as I work with people at resorts, as I work with people in events, as I work with people in private sessions. Like, music is the door to so many people's feelings and emotions, because I can talk in circles all day and I can put up all sorts of defenses and make it impossible for anybody to really get to the issue.
Yep.
But like when we jump into music, it goes so quick into like what the issue is. It goes so quick into bringing up the emotion that's wanting to be felt and experienced, and then to hold a safe container.
Yeah.
And so it's an incredible place to build trust. It's an incredible place. Like, there are people, I've been working with a teenager. Her mom brought her and just said, the anxiety that my teen has is so overwhelming. She's like always screaming at people in our house. It's like a giant mess all the time.
Yeah.
What can you do for her? She won't, she's been to a couple of therapists and she won't talk to them. She just clams up. So it was like with her, I went in with music and just said, hey, what's on your Spotify playlist today?
Nice. Good one, Daniel.
And that's where it started. And it was so effective for her. We now chat like we're best friends. She's so open and so willing. Anytime we get stuck, we get into some kind of creative activity. the moms reported like, oh my gosh, what did you do with her? Our family is completely transformed. I want this for all my girls. Like, things are so much more peaceful at home. We've got all these coping skills. Like, yes, it
Yeah,
feels so yummy to me.
super. And what parent wouldn't want that, especially with teens? That is awesome. Well, this has been lovely, a great way to get to know you a little bit better. And check out Daniel's website. Go ahead and tell him your website, Daniel.
It's www.youcancreate.org, just spelled normal, youcancreate.org. Super grateful for Linda's genius in helping us get that website structured and launched. Can't wait to serve you. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I can serve you and strengthen your family and awaken the creator in you.
Absolutely. And you'll get to know Daniel's wife, Tina, there as well. Great. Thanks again, Daniel.
You bet.
Bye-bye.